Hello and welcome back to RTN Tonight, Glassboro's favorite mid-afternoon late-night talk show. I'm Gabriel Furman.
And I'm Ricky Conway. As always, we've got a great show today, so let's get started with the news.
On a Friday evening in Slovakia, a suspicious pup was caught driving behind the wheel on a roadway in a Slovakian town of Strvci. The 31-year-old owner of the car tried to argue with police, saying that his innocent puppy friend was the one to blame for this mishap. He said that the dog jumped on him while he was trying to get something in the car, but police say that there's no such evidence that what he said ever occurred. Honestly, we live in an incredibly cruel world. If someone is okay with blaming their innocent dog for a crime they committed, then I'm not sure I can trust humanity anymore. That dog deserves so much better.
Spider-Man 2 is an exclusive PlayStation 5 game developed by Insomniac Games, is being released this week, backing off of the success of their first game, Spider-Man, and the spin-off game, Spider-Man Miles Morales, which has sold 33 million copies worldwide. I have no jokes for this story. I'm just excited. I'll be at the midnight release. And for Xbox fans everywhere, it's not that good, don't worry.
Moving over to Stockholm, Sweden, where sadly a moose gone rogue has been killed. The moose managed to escape its enclosure and ended up entering the tracks of an extremely busy train station line where many Swedes go so they can get to work. Efforts were made to try and save the moose without causing it any harm, but the moose moved too unpredictably for law enforcement to help. Unfortunately for the moose, his disturbance did not go unnoticed, and he was shot and killed by a wildlife specialist to end the apparent issue. Honestly, I wonder how you can put an animal that big down. The thing is the size of a truck, and although harmless, can definitely harm you without even knowing. Let's just say that the hardworking Swedes were most definitely not suffering from Stockholm Syndrome.
On September 24th, a Canadian amusement park ride stopped suddenly, completely upside down, 70 feet off the ground for 30 minutes. If that does not sound like a nightmare, I don't know what is. The ride suspended at 10:40 p.m. Thankfully, the maintenance team was quick to respond, and the issue was resolved at 11:05 p.m. Some people from the ground used megaphones to communicate with the unfortunate riders, asking, "Is everything okay up there?" With all roughly 48 people responding in unison, "No!"
Two wild Florida kids ages 10 and 11 were caught driving in their great escape to California. The kids had driven over 200 miles in their mother's new vehicle. A very surprising feat because I still can't drive. When asked why the kids were on high road to sunny state of Cali, they said that they were upset that their mother took their electronics away because they were misbehaving. In this case, if my mom takes something from me, I say, "Yes, Mom," and go to my room and take a hard think about what I did wrong. But I guess we live in a time where the only right answer to that punishment is to leave your life behind and decide to drive across the country before you even have the chance to hit puberty or even go to middle school.
A dog named Charlie in Tennessee fell down a narrow opening and fell into a 40-foot deep cave. He was in that cave for 3 days until someone heard him, and the Sevier County Technical Rope Rescue Team, phew, that's a mouthful, was deployed. As they descended to rescue Charlie, they realized that Charlie wasn't alone. A 200-pound black bear was in the cave with him. Rescuers waited until the bear left to descend and rescue Charlie. I don't know what Disney Unlikely Friends movie is going on here, but sign me up, that's adorable.
We are now heading across the river, as in London, a 25-year-old man was caught and arrested in the Buckingham Palace stables. The man was only held overnight and then was released early the next morning. I just wonder why you would do something so risky. I mean, that's the King of England's home. If you were caught anywhere near him, the game of life we all play will not be one you play for much longer. And why of all places did you choose the stables, the stinkiest spot in the entirety of the palace? You must be crazy, a horse lover, to do something like that, and honestly, the lad may have been too much enthused to meet the palace's horses.
A Connecticut house was robbed this past weekend by a very unlikely suspect. The family had security cameras rolling and spotted the bear wandering into the family's home. I know I just had a story about a bear, but hear me out. You gotta hear what he stole. He wandered into the kitchen, opened up the freezer, and stole a lasagna. Nothing else. Then he used the open door to get out of the window. I'm convinced that that wasn't a bear and just some hungry guy in a bear suit, and you can't convince me otherwise. We're going to take a quick intermission, and when we come back, Gabe is going to interview the co-founders and co-presidents of the Rowan Music Industry Club, so stick around.
welcome back to RTN Tonight. Once again, I'm Gabriel Furman, and I'm joined by two very special guests here in the studio. From the Rowan Music Industry Club, please welcome Nick Cito and Chris Ariola. Nick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
So can you guys explain what your club is about to the people watching at home?
So basically, Rowan MIDI is about educating our members about the music industry. We want to give them the opportunity to network outside the classroom, and kind of just teach them about the music technology, music business.
Nice, nice. All right, when did you guys realize that you truly had a passion for music?
Oh man, I guess when I was 5, I'm Latino, so I grew up in a very musical house. Everybody's playing music, everybody's dancing. You know, my uncle he bought a custom-made bass. It's like a 12-string bass, sexto bajo, and he would just play it all day. I'd be so annoyed. I'd be like, please shut up, please shut up. But my mom kind of saw that initiative. She was like, you better do something. So she put me in beginner piano classes. I hated that. It was like horrible. And then little by little, I was like, you know what, this isn't so bad. After a while, we couldn't pay for classes, but I kept on looking on YouTube and everything, and it was just amazing. And from that moment, it just clicked. It's just, I've been hopping from genre to genre now, and the growth I've shown in music and everything, it's been amazing.
Nice, nice, nice to hear. Is there anything new that your guys' club is planning?
So next meeting, we want to do a workshop on finding samples, how to kind of flip them and make them your own, how to find plugins to use when you're producing music. Do we have anything else?
Yeah, and we have a couple workshops lined up with music industry professionals. The next one we have is with Jonathan Wigfall. I just came from an event actually that he was hosting where one of the producers of Drake was giving a talk. So he manages a lot of different artists, Mir Fontaine. I think his name is also Y3 Breezy or something like that. CJ Breezy, something like that. But he has a lot of insight. Jen Campbell, actually from Rowan, she's the head of marketing for Gourmet Dining, but she worked with Celine Dion, Busta Rhymes. She's been in the industry, so we're gonna bring in those people to come and talk to everybody and just have a good old time.
Yeah, that sounds really, really cool. What advice do you have for anybody that's trying to get into the music space but aren't sure how to get themselves involved?
Honestly, just try it out. That was kind of what it was like for me. I played the viola, and when I started, I was just curious, and then it kind of it grew on me, and it became a passion. You know, and if you're interested in it, just do it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And to kind of add on that, it's just it doesn't have to be your passion, but it definitely has to be something you like. I remember just listening to songs and be like, how does this happen? How does this artist get from point A to B? How does sound work? It's just general curiosity and passion. I don't think people do good in the music industry if their heart's not in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get that. Can you just explain what time your club meets? Because I don't think we got there yet.
All right. Well, every other Monday, 5 to 7 p.m. Our next meeting is on
This coming Monday.
Okay. Our next meeting is this coming Monday in Discovery Hall 227.
Nice. Thanks for those answers, Nick and Chris. And if you want to learn anything more about the Rowan Music Industry Club, you can follow them on Instagram at Rowan Media. When we come back, we will see if Nick and Chris are up for the challenge to our classic RTN Tonight game segment. You won't want to miss it. Hello and welcome back to RTN Tonight. As you know, I'm Gabriel Furman, and I'm joined by our guests of the night, Nick Cito and Chris Ariola. They are now here to join me in RTN Tonight's game of No Cap. To give you a recap of the game, a timer will start when I ask the first question. From there, you will have to answer the 20 opinionated questions as fast as possible. After that, we will match your time with next week's guests and see which guest went faster. Are you guys ready to play No Cap?
Yeah.
Mind you, I don't know these questions, and you won't either. All right. Peanut butter or jelly?
Jelly.
Jelly.
Seagulls or pigeons?
Pigeons.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Neither.
Do you think the Roman Empire is overrated?
Yes.
Kinda.
Definitely.
Bees? Question mark.
Yes.
Hurt so much.
Zoos or aquariums?
Aquarium.
Zeus. I'm hungry.
Waffles or pancakes?
Pancakes.
Hulk Hogan or just the Hulk?
Just the Hulk. He's friendly.
No.
Philly or New York?
Philly baby.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Neither.
Neither.
Is unfriending someone on social media the modern day equivalent of declaring war?
Yes.
Squirrels or raccoons?
Squirrels.
Raccoons.
Is it okay to wear socks with flip flops?
Yes.
No.
Everyone makes fun of me for it, but yes.
How scary would snails be if they could move like really fast?
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I'd
Oh.
hug them.
How much money did you spend today?
$20. I got a ticket for
$2.
Scooter or bike?
bike.
Bike.
Planes or trains?
Planes.
Trains.
If your basement flooded, would you rather it be fully flooded or just damp?
Very damp.
Damp.
Do you like your switches up or down?
Oh,
Up?
up.
Cool. Steak fries or waffle fries?
Waffle fries.
Steak fries.
That is the last question.
Damn.
Your time. And your official time was 1 minute, 12 seconds, and 52 milliseconds.
Dang.
Do you think you'll beat next week's guest?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Nick and Chris, for coming into the show. Thank you to our audience for tuning into RTN Tonight. I'm Gabriel Freeman, and have a good night, Glassboro.
Good night, Glassboro.